Welcome, Geminis. This is your June 15th to June 21st forecast. And for you, the most influential transit is going to be Jupiter square Neptune on June 18th. And that's going to highlight your personal growth and development. So beware of illusions and seek clarity in your aspirations, and also avoid over idealizing situations. So we do have the Lovers here coming up. So for you, this may be a time of growth, of going within and reconnecting with who you are. And as part of the process of remembering who you are, like becoming more aligned with the things that you truly do care about and that are important to you. So this is also about letting go of any burdens, any stresses, anything that's not aligning with you. And that's basically anything that's not making you feel good, anything that's keeping you stuck and stagnant as well. So we also have the Four of Pentacles here. So there may be something that you're holding on a little too tightly of, and we see that here with the Ten of Swords coming out as well. So that's just that reconfirmation of like, look, if it's not helping you, then it needs to be let go. Okay. Let's see. There's also an opportunity for you to run some things through your heart space as well as your logical mind, your crown chakra, your head space. So not just making decisions based off of one area over the other, like using your heart versus your head. It's about using both to make decisions and to decide like what's best for you and how you want to move forward, what's coming with you versus what is not. We do have transformation and change coming up, so you're absolutely moving in a different direction and you're transforming, you're growing, you're evolving. So as a part of this process, you're being guided to really recognize those things that aren't helpful to you, people, places, things, traditions, organizational structures, and let them go. So we also have the Ace of Wands here. Okay, so let me see what else here before I speak to that. King of Pentacles. Okay. So there's definitely new opportunity coming towards you, and it may like shift pretty quickly here. So any ideas that may come through, you may receive some revelations, you may receive like a spark of inspiration that sort of ignites this path, this, adventure that you can go on to, or a venture that you can support in some way. So there's definitely like new ideas flowing. There's new opportunity coming here as a part of this new beginning, these new chapters that you're opening, and it's really time for you to step into that space where you are whole body, mind, and soul, and you are looking like mature, well put together. I see this not only being like from a mindset perspective, but also in the physical perspective, like your health, your wellness, as well as your emotional state, like everything coming together, tying together quite nicely for you, and you feeling like you're raising your frequency and vibration. Okay, so we also have the Cups here as well. So again, we said body, mind, and soul, and that's showing up here. This is also you regulating your emotions well. Very well, and regulating the way that you're communicating with others. So communicating with emotional intelligence and having constructive conversations when they need to be had. So what else do we have here oracle wise? We have trapped. Okay, so some of you may be feeling trapped. You may be deciding that, yeah, I'm no longer going to feel this way, because we have transformation and change coming. So if this is you, no worries, no fear at all, because things are changing, things are shifting. Okay, so you're stepping into that new space of where you are able to decide what your new chapter looks like. You're no longer trapped, you're no longer restricted, you're no longer powerless. This is all about you and your desires and what you want. So let's move to challenges here. So the Princess of Wands. Okay, so you may not be feeling as confident. You may not be feeling like, this is the right path for you. Like, what do I do? Am I sure this is the area or direction I want to go in? So it's about really getting back to your charming, self-confident self and trusting in your path and trusting in the direction that you're going in. So we have direction here again. So also you're being guided here to what's going to help you as a part of these fears that come up or these challenges that come up is to really stay focused on what's important to you and what the priority is for you. So if you have specific goals that you're trying to achieve, you're trying to accomplish, for some of you this could be health and wellness. For others it could be learning, some knowledge that you're trying to gain, some training that you're going through. For others of you, this may be about some generational wealth, like you reevaluating your portfolio and making some conscious decisions there. Whatever this is, however you're applying it, you're being guided because it may be a little overwhelming. It may be a lot going on. It may be, you may feel a little unsure about what path to choose or what decisions to make, but you narrowing your focus and really focusing on the top priorities or the top priority is what's going to be and bring you the most value. That's what's going to be the most beneficial to you at this time. So not trying to tackle 10 things at once, just tackling like what is the highest priority or the top 2 or 3 priorities for you. We also have the 6 of Wands here. Okay. So this is you kind of working through things, realizing that as things come up, it may be a challenge for you, and it may take a little extra effort, little extra divine intervention to come through and support you as you're adjusting to this new version of you, to this new chapter that we have going on here. But there could be, and we're going to get into underlying fears here, but I'm also hearing like there could be an underlying fear of success, or like, am I able to do this? Am I able to accomplish this? Am I able to realize my dreams? Or, what do I do when I get there? Okay, I'm successful now, or, I have the generational wealth that I've always wanted or that I've always worked towards. So now what do I do? So it could be like that fear of like, okay, once you achieve those things, like how is that going to work? How are you going to interact with your family members or friends and the community? And, how will you manage the charitable part of things? So yeah, there could be some concerns about that and how well you're going to be able to manage things once you. So we'll get you some advice here, but we're just kind of looking at any challenges that come your way. And I feel like this is sort of long term we're speaking about, but this is also in the short term, looking at the things that you need to take inspired action towards as a part of this entire process. Okay, so if we back it down a little bit, because I was speaking again more long term, but just in the meantime, right now, this is representing that. Okay, there may be a lot going on here, but we did speak to you about refining those goals and your focus here so that you can complete those milestones as they come up. So you're definitely breaking things down into smaller components after you've prioritized what is the most important things or thing that you want to work on, and then breaking it down into even smaller pieces so it's more manageable and you have a better opportunity for success. Because you can absolutely be successful here. It's just your strategy here. Okay, so let's see. Let's get an oracle. So you will be surrounded by people with different agendas, and it may scare you away, but fight it. You got this. Okay, wonderful. All right, so let's look at underlying fears here. So we have 2 of Cups. What else? The Hanged Woman. Okay. So with the 2 of Cups, it could be about, some of you, it will be about your partnership, your relationship here, and how that is going to survive this transformation and change. So yeah, that is something that some of you may be considering. Others of you, you could be just wondering whether you're going to be able to balance everything and you're still going to be able to get in your personal time and do the things that make you happy and make you feel good while you're doing all of this inspired action and work. Okay, but know that the inspired action, and that's why I call it inspired action, because it is things that make you feel good. It is the things you feel passionate about. It is the things that you want to do. You may be a little afraid of doing them, or they may be a little challenging at first because you're stepping out of your comfort zone, but ultimately these are things that you're desiring and you're wanting. So that's why it's inspired action. And again, that may be coming up as a little bit of a fear, but I feel like that can help you in some way to draw on that energy of like, yeah, this is ultimately getting me to the place of fulfillment here. So that's why it's inspiring to me to do this. We have the Three of Wands here. Okay, so there could be a little bit of uncertainty about the plan here. So we're just seeing more of that fear on starting the new chapter coming out. Okay, so let's look at some outcomes because we pretty much know sort of what the fears are here. Okay, so we have temptation here. Okay, so with the Devil, some of you may allow your vices to overcome and to get in the way. It may also be like just negative thoughts, patterns, beliefs, even traditions that are kind of keeping you in this place or keeping you in this box that you're not able to come out of, or you're not able to see your way out of. Okay? But just know and trust that if you take small steps towards your goals, that's going to help you here, because the smallest changes are going to create the biggest rewards for you. So that's why initially we're talking about really narrowing your focus and only prioritizing on what's most important. So we have the Magician here. So this is that knowledge, that courage, that bravery, and that trust in yourself and in the gifts that you have and in your abilities. This is also trusting your knowledge and in your wisdom, and that you can create the life that you desire, because you have everything within you that you need to do that. So this is just that reminder. So you all will see that. So that's wonderful that you're seeing like, okay, these things are keeping me stuck and stagnant, and I know already what to do. I know how to adjust that. I know how to let these things go. And that doesn't mean that it's going to be easy for you. That's just saying that you know what you need to do. So now you can figure out the way that you want to take that inspired action toward doing those things. We also have Judgment. Okay, so you're definitely going to get that opportunity to see from the world where you are in this process, what you're still letting hold you back versus what you're strong and brave and capable of completing and changing and adjusting, and what you're achieving as well. So this is just holding up the mirror. The universe is saying like, okay, Gemini, these are the things, the choices that you've made. This is how you're feeling. This is how you're acting at this point in time. So you can see all of it, and you can decide what's right, what feels good, what feels like your authentic self versus what doesn't, and what needs to change. Okay, let's get one more here, and then we'll get some oracles. So we have this Eight of Pentacles here. So I just see a lot of creativity and a lot of inspired action here. So I feel like this is you sort of recognizing these things about yourself and that you want to change, but also recognizing how powerful you are, how intelligent you are, and the knowledge and wisdom that you have already to make the adjustments that you want to make to be successful. So it's like you already know all of these things, and this is you kind of just putting in that work towards it, putting in that inspired action towards it. And look how creative you are being as a result of that. Look at all these masterpieces and all of these blessings and abundance that you're creating as a result of that. You using your power and letting go of what doesn't serve you. Wonderful. What else? We have change. We have more transformation happening. Okay. What else? We have strength. I like putting this next to the Magician because this is like just confirming that you have the power to create what it is that you're desiring. You have the strength, you have the bravery, you have the creativity, you have the wisdom, the knowledge, and you're making the change. You're moving forward. So we have Goddess coming out. Honor your divine feminine energy and see your inner beauty and love every part of you. So this may be the journey that you decided to go on as a part of this new chapter. Like, I'm going to love me body, mind, and soul, and I am whole, and I am complete, and I am this magician here. Okay, what else? So we have the eternal gatekeeper with acknowledge, assert, and protect what is right for you. So this is amazing here because this is just reminding you of if it feels authentic to you and it feels right to you, then it stays. If it doesn't, then it goes. So don't lose everything as a part of this process because you're doing some amazing things. So it's just a couple things here that you know that you want to change and you know you want to adjust. So you don't have to do a complete shift. Okay? So this is you just being more of who you are every day, being more and more of who you authentically are. So it doesn't have to be like this crazy, like I'm, a completely different person now. I don't do any of the 10 things that, I know I need to change. Now I'm just a new person. I don't do those things anymore. Like, no, this is you honoring yourself, forgiving others in the process, whatever it is that you need to do to process things and to figure out the best concoction for you that works for you to create the life that you desire. What else? Let's do another one here. Oh, we got two, so we'll take it. So we have you experimenting. I think this is an amazing point here because I was just saying, like, just figuring out what's best for you. So that is experimenting, essentially. And this is also speaking to the power that you have here and you co-creating reality. You literally have the power to choose what that looks like. So we have innocence here. We have you taking time to play and nurturing your inner child. That's a wonderful message as far as bringing that inner child out. And just before, I do want to go back to this and say, like, you are co-creating with the universe. So this is not to say, like, you can say, like, oh, I want $10 million by Friday, and you just have it because you said it and you believe it. No, this is you creating with the universe. So you're putting that energy out there. You're staying in that frequency and vibration with your thoughts, your actions, your words. And you're allowing and taking advantage of the opportunities that the universe provides to you. And it's co-creating with the universe. So you're going to receive exactly what it is that you need. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to just clarify that. And then we go back to innocence. So there may be some work that you can do to connect with your inner child and just check on them, make sure they're okay. They may need protecting. They may need to play. They may need just that reassurance that you're there and you support them. Okay, so if you do any inner child meditations or journaling, any way that you are able to connect with your inner child, definitely do that. And what else do we have here? So we have Kali Ma with facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding, and this is your chance to soar. So I love this. I love this. I feel like this goes also with the Magician and the Tower, because this is not only you recognizing that you're creating reality with the universe, but this is you raising your frequency and vibration as a result of that. Knowing that, okay, I can't want these beautiful things without being these beautiful things, being the state that would receive these beautiful things, right? Being in that energy of what it feels like to receive and staying in that energy. So this is you recognizing how it works, how reality works, how life works, and shifting and adjusting and transforming into that person that does fully receive, because that's the state that they're connected with at this time. Okay, so hopefully that all makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. Let's get another one here. So we have Lord Ganesh and infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. So wonderful. Just exactly what I said here before we pulled that card out. So I feel like that is a wonderful way to finish, because it literally just repeats what I was saying about recognizing your power as a co-creator and as source, and trusting in that. All right, Geminis, so those are the messages I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week.